Continuous evaluation of newly released rootstocks will stay relevant for a well-organized and prosperous apple industry. The aim of this project was to evaluate new apple rootstocks representing 3 Vigour classes in 3 separate trials, and these are Vigorous at Oak Valley Estate, Semi-dwarfing at Morester, Dwarfing again at Morester. The trees on Geneva 778 and MM109 rootstocks were vigorous, while the trees on Geneva 228 and M793 rootstocks were semi-vigorous. These are preliminary results, therefore no solid conclusions can be made at these early stages. The trees with the largest trunk cross-sectional area were on M7 Emla and Geneva 890 rootstocks, followed by the trees on Geneva 222 rootstocks, while the most dwarfing trees were on Supporter 4 and Geneva 757 rootstocks. According to tree height, the trees on M7 Emla and Geneva 890 rootstocks were more vigorous and grew much taller than the trees on Geneva 222, Geneva 757 and Supporter 4 rootstocks, while the trees on Supporter 4 rootstocks were the shortest. The greatest fruit yield was on trees planted on the Geneva rootstocks, Geneva 757, Geneva 890 and Geneva 222, while the trees on M7 Emla and Supporter 4 had the poorest yields. The greatest yield efficiency was on trees planted on Geneva 757 rootstocks, followed by the trees on Supporter 4, Geneva 222 and Geneva 890 rootstocks, while the trees on M7 Emla rootstocks were least efficient. Again, ladies and gentlemen, these are preliminary results, therefore no solid conclusions can be made at these early stages. The trees on Geneva 22 rootstocks had the largest trunk cross-sectional area, while the trees on M9 Emla and M9 Nic 29 rootstocks had the smallest trunk cross-sectional area. According to tree height, the trees on Geneva 202 and M9 Emla were taller than the trees on M9 Nic 29. The greatest yield was on trees planted on M9 Emla rootstocks, while the lowest yield was on trees planted on Geneva 202 and M9 Nic 29 rootstocks. The trees on M9 Emla rootstocks were more yield efficient than the trees on M9 Nic 29 and Geneva 202 rootstocks. Ladies and gentlemen, these are preliminary results, and no solid conclusions can be made at these early stages. Ladies and gentlemen, my colleagues and I would like to thank you for watching and listening to this presentation. My name is Siboza. This study was supported by the South African Apple and Pear Producers Association. We would like to thank the Crop Production Technical Advisory Committee for technical input and Provo for data collection. Your support is greatly appreciated. The objective of this study was to evaluate new apple rootstocks representing 2 Vigour classes in 2 separate trials, which are dwarfing and semi-vigorous. The dwarfing trees planted at Molteno performed poorly and deemed too weak for commercial purposes. The trial at Molteno was replaced. The trees on Geneva 778 and Geneva 222 rootstocks were vigorous, while the trees on MM 116 and M7 Emler were semi-vigorous. The trees on Geneva 969 rootstocks were dwarfing. This trial was used as a replacement for the dwarfing trial at Molteno. The trees on Geneva 778, Geneva 228, and M7 Emler rootstocks were vigorous, while the trees on Geneva 222, Geneva 202, and Geneva 757 rootstocks were semi-dwarfing. The trees on Geneva 41, MM109 with M9 Emler interstem, and Geneva 969 rootstocks were dwarfing. The apple trees on Geneva 778 and M7 Emler rootstocks were vigorous, while the trees on Geneva 222 and MM116 rootstocks were semi-dwarfing. The trees on Geneva 969 rootstocks were dwarfing. The apple trees on Geneva 202, Geneva 757, and Geneva 41 rootstocks were semi-dwarfing, while the trees on M9T337, M9 Emler, and CG13 were dwarfing. Thank you again for watching and listening to this presentation. Stay safe and healthy. We thank you.